Nothing. Chemistry pot? This is my third attempt to produce artificial vitae. Vitae? Former compounds lack the potency I need, but I sense I'm close. Calamine and orpiment are given, and the cupright binds them well. This time I will attempt aqua regia instead of aqua fortis, and hope that it will produce a more even solution. The experiment was unsuccessful. The experiment was a success! Game over! The solution is highly acid and proves impractical to put to any use except as a detergent. Organic tissue reacts especially violently to the solution, to be handled with the greatest care. I may be able to use the recipe, but I'm losing hope that I will find an alchemic solution to my predicament. So is this a clue? Is this one of like a point and click game where they're basically telling me at some point I am going to have to mix, let's see, calamine, orpiment, and cupright, and then aqua regia for the acid. Someone upstairs? I am. Day I will return. If it wasn't for the thought of you, my love, I wouldn't be able to go on. And I find myself doing terrible things. Take comfort in you. As long as I am able to think of you and long for a life together, I know I'm better than the others. I weep for them, they lust for power without restraint. Or I only crave fair judgment and a safe return. Out of the way, chair. Can I grab this? Or is that just... That's just all that is. Kind of weird. Thing. Yoink. Well. Get out of here. Get out of here, box. No, nothing back there. This, this bookshelf looks very, like, suspicious to me. But there's nothing. Also, that definitely sounds like there's someone, like, above me. Is that all there is here for now, I guess? I don't really see anything else to do. Maybe at some point I will acquire the other stuff. Alright. Let's run. Let's just run so we don't have to use the lantern. I mean, there's that stuff, but I mean, there wasn't anything to pick up, so I'm just gonna go. Traveling to Dover and going through Canterbury. I made sure to pay a visit to avoid the sense of guilt connected with neglect of family. What are they talking about? Alright, well, we're back here in the light, thankfully. Oh, it's just the breathing rocks are for penumbra. Can I mean, obviously not. It won't budge. I doubt that I have to use the acidic stuff on that. But odds are I'm gonna have to find like a hammer or something to pry those boards loose. Thing down there? I mean, I know it wants me to go that way. I still haven't gone that way either. And that's where I came from. It's up here. I'm gonna be able to go to a lot of places if I get a hammer or a crowbar or something. Fell to the kitchen floor. Tears were beginning to well in his eyes as he received the first kick in his stomach. Hazel remained hidden, in fear she too would be punished. Right, well, I mean, is this one of those games where I just have to kind of go around exploring and look at everything and then decide where to go? Like, there isn't, like, I need to go down that way where they wanted me to go first off, right? I can go to other places first. I just can't necessarily make progress unless I go to the right place first.
16th of May, 1839. The unflinching African sun has continued to plague our expedition, making it impossible to dig until dusk. How Professor Herbert managed to find the location in these vast plains of nothingness remains a mystery to me. When I asked him about the tomb again, he told me about the legend of Tin Hanan, the mother of us all. An interesting story in its own right, but I can't help feeling there's more. Later that evening, we uncovered a passage beneath the dunes leading to a sand-covered stone structure. The professor was confident it was the tomb we sought and ordered the others to clear the way late into the dark, cold night. Tomorrow, I shall lead the men into the ancient structure, hoping to reach the burial chamber. No matter what the professor is keeping from me, the dig should yield something interesting to take back to London and the British Museum.
Dr. Herbert, the weird guy? I see Alexander Herbert. Nothing. Or is that like a different guy? I mean, I'm in Germany, I assume. This is definitely a German castle. I may be from London, but I'm in Germany. Or possibly Austria. Catalog. Actually, it was German for catalog, but it's close enough. Can I? No. Oh, it's not that dark. Can I just open up the curtains? I really can't just open up the curtains? Fine. There you go. Nope, another one. Hold on. Perfect. Ooh. Is it a drawer too? No. Wilhelm's contract. I hereby offer my full attention and services to Alexander, Baron of Brennenburg. This contract will reign for a total of 3 years when my freedom shall return to me. In addition, Alexander, Baron of Brennenburg, is to recommend my services at the Prussian Royal Court within the sanctum of the Order of the Black Eagle. May no man break the seal, Wilhelm. House of Garrick. Lots of calibrations going on in that house. Studium. Nice paintings, though. I mean, they look nice. But I just over here first.
17th of May, 1839. My hands tremble as I write. I feel a need to document my tribulation, for I fear that my memory will fail me if I linger. Today, I took some men and ventured into the dark, ancient passage we uncovered. Our torches burned faintly in the murky air as we slowly made our way underground. The men were superstitious and fearful. They argued loudly, and I felt their strange language getting to me. I mustered my strength and yelled at them to continue down the slopes and broken steps. The crudely carved passage confused me. It looked much older than the 4th century structure we had expected. The twisting path emerged into a great antechamber. The walls were lined with statues unlike any I'd ever seen. Despite their unearthly quality, I felt a strange familiarity toward them, which haunts me still. At the far end of the chamber, a great slab of stone sealed off whatever lay ahead. I gave the order to raise it, and as I pushed through the narrow space, the heavy stone suddenly dropped, sealing me inside. I was
The
trapped.
end. Well, Daniel's dead. And that's the end of the game. Anything behind, No. Get close there. Ooh. More doors. I need some shirts, perhaps. How are you guys with sound, by the way? You can like hear everything, right? You can oops, besides my headphones squeaking, you can hear like the like all the little sounds and stuff, right? I do want you guys to be able to hear what's going on. Alright, that's good. Debris Vitaires. What, what's that? Oh, can I just... Old tomes is what it says. What's, let me go back. Catalog, obviously. Study, yeah. I've been over here. Did that go to the same room? Should I go back? Should I go back into that room? I guess I will. Well, someone's playing piano. Could be harpsichord. Pretty sure it's piano. Ooh, wonderful. Oh, and there's my oil. It's okay though. I have like 1 million bottles right now. I'm sure it's not gonna last. But for right now, I have like 1 million bottles. I should practice probably, yeah. Ah, there we go. Perfect. Love this. There we go. Nope. Okay. Local history is locked. Interesting. And this is that same room, it looks like? Yep. Okay. I play the piano? I mean, that was definitely a sound. It was a sound that I didn't really enjoy. Coming from that room, which I will avoid for now. You know what I won't avoid? Chair. Making sure nothing's coming for me as I right this chair. And then we will we'll go on. Take that. Wonderful. We'll a lot of pianos. Pianos in this house, in this castle. Yeah, that was definitely some blood right there. There we go. Well, well, shit. Floor plans. Delineate imagines tabulatus. Maps. Central Prussia. Kingdom of Prussia. What, I fell down again.
17th May, 1839. After pounding the unforgiving stone wall for what seemed like an eternity, I realized it was hopeless.
Last time on Daniel's diary.
I fell to the ground, gasping for air, trying to focus. That's when I saw a faint blue shimmer. My weakened body was heavy to carry, but I managed to push myself toward the enchanting light. It was waiting for me. Enclosed in dark nothingness, I felt myself drawn to the mystic light. I reached out, closing it in my hands. The faint glow escaped my fingers and began to spark brightly and spirit me away, unlocking alien memories of spiraling towers, endless deserts, and impossible geometry. The next thing I can remember is the grating sound of stone being lifted, the voices of the Arabs pulling me to safety, and grasped firmly in my hands was the broken pieces of a most peculiar relic.
I did try to turn away, but it was kind of keeping me there. Cool. Like I had to fight to turn away. What plants? Really big spiders around these parts.
Much of the castle is old and hasn't been tended to for centuries. When the shadow arrives, it won't take long until things start falling apart.
We're just buying time anyway. Let's do what we can.
There isn't much to be done about the walls. We should reinforce weak structures. The ground will tremble, and there's a risk everything will cave in on us, especially downstairs. Here, and there. Let's get the servants working on it.
Okay. So, where am I? I have a feeling I'm not in the East Wing. West Wing is a possibility. But it also doesn't quite look familiar layout-wise. Am I gonna need to, like, that open. Like, memorize that? I hope not. Because I'm not gonna. So someone's playing the piano out here. I wrote in the diary somewhere. All right. Let's find a new way out of this area. The door leading to the local history room is locked. Is there another entrance? Evidence in the laboratory has revealed that combining 4 chemicals can create a powerful acid. Chemical ingredients have been moved to from the laboratory to the wine cellar. Oh. I didn't catch that. The thing, it's written down. Fragile but not breakable by hand. No. Can I, like, grab a rock? I can grab a rock. Can I, Wow, I got some kind of throw there, Daniel.
You have to be swift when you activate the first one. You hear that? If it stops, you'll have to start over.
Isn't all this a bit excessive?
You can never be too careful, Daniel.
Lever puzzle. Secret door mechanism in the local history room. Oh. There we go. Altstadt and Brennenburg Castle, 1801. Another region rich with lore is Altstadt, within the East Prussian woods. For centuries there have been stories surrounding the hamlet and its neighbor, Castle Brennenburg. Quiet forest-clad mountains dressed with scattered lakes is as picturesque as it can be, albeit the area is haunted by the dark. Ask any local and you will hear proof of the widespread superstition. All travelers should indulge themselves in such conversations, as it will certainly serve as exciting entertainment. All of them have their own twists on the tales, but there are some motifs that keep reappearing. Gatherers. The story reaches all the way back to the time of the 30 Years' War. It is said that soldiers who abandoned their duty got lost in the cold, dark woods and were forever damned to roam the grounds. Their bodies, wrought by their tainted souls, have left them disfigured and empty of essence. Many have cited them over the years and described them as horrid revenants, move silently through the woods, shying away from any beholder. They're called gatherers, as they seem to follow some ambition to steal living creatures. It is their prey, which can be heard struggling inside damp burlap sacks, dragged behind them, which reveal their presence. What dark scheme do they follow? Hey, visit undone. Should there be like a campfire roaring in the background as I'm telling these stories? Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa, the well-known erudite, visited Altstadt at the start of the 16th century. Resided in the local inn for a fortnight, or possibly, like Unsolved Mysteries music. He resided in the local inn for a fortnight as he looked for the remnants of kingdoms past. During his stay, all the prominent members of society paid notice. He is mentioned in many records of the time. One day he went to investigate a burrow in the northwestern glades, only to never be seen again. Heinrich is known to have passed away in Grenoble some 10 years later. He dismissed the notion of ever visiting Altstadt, which makes you wonder what really happened. Who was this mysterious man who visited the sleepy hamlet in the woods? What happened to him? Immortal Baron. I assume that this is about Mr. Alexander, then, although why he would keep local folklore about himself. The Baron of Brennenburg lives a reclusive life with his family at his castle nearby Altstadt, and like most of those of noble birth, rumors are inherited alongside with the title. These things are written oddly, like alongside with the title. No, that's not English. Researching the history reveals a little before the castle was consumed by fire in the late 16th century. It was rebuilt by Alexander, a nobleman from the Rhinelands, claiming the role as protector of the Prussian state. Alexander helped the region to flourish and remained popular throughout his presumed lifetime. Family has always been secretive when it comes to lineage and heritage. Therefore, the birth and death of Alexander and his offspring has never been fully recorded. This fed the idea that the Baron is in fact the one and the same who came from the west over 300 years ago, lived through the time of occupation, and joined the coveted Order of the Black Eagle, along with the great leaders of this country. How was that under glass?